It's 2 a.m. in a Detroit emergency room. Dr. Sarah Chen is 4 hours into a brutal shift when a 47-year-old man walks in with fatigue and mild chest tightness. Standard presentation. She almost sends him home with antacids when her AI coworker flags something she missed. Cross-referencing his 3-year medication history, a subtle ECG pattern from 6 months ago, and a genetic risk marker buried in his chart, it quietly surfaces one word: investigate further. She does. He's in the cath lab 90 minutes later with a 90% arterial blockage. The AI didn't save him. She did. But she needed both of them in the room. That scenario is not science fiction. It is happening right now, and the biggest technology company on earth just put a name to it. On March 9, 2026, Microsoft launched Copilot Coworker, and Charles Lamanna, their EVP of Business Applications, described it in terms nobody in corporate has ever used about software before. He said, and I'm quoting directly, "Describe the outcome you want in Coworker automatically grounds the work in your emails, meetings, messages, files, and data." And Aparna Channapragada, Microsoft's Chief Product Officer for AI, put it even more bluntly: the future isn't about replacing humans. It's about amplifying them. So why is 2026 the tipping point? 3 things happened simultaneously that weren't true in 2024. First, AI systems gained persistent memory. They now remember your last 6 months of decisions, not just your last message. Second, they gained context. Tools like Microsoft's WorkIQ integrate signals across your entire digital footprint so the AI actually understands what you're working on. Third, they gained action. They don't just suggest anymore, they execute. Gartner says 40% of enterprise applications will have task-specific AI agents embedded by the end of 2026. That's up from less than 5% last year. This isn't a trend. It's a takeover. Let's be precise about what we mean, because most people get this wrong. An AI coworker is not a chatbot. You don't talk to it and wait for an answer. It's not a robot that replaces your job. It is an entity with persistent context of your entire work life, one that remembers your past decisions, anticipates your next move, and autonomously handles the repetitive, time-consuming grunt work while you focus on the one thing AI still genuinely cannot replicate: judgment. The breakthrough that makes this possible in 2026 is what researchers are calling persistent memory plus repository intelligence. In software development, that means an AI that has read every line of your codebase and understands why architectural decisions were made 2 years ago, not just what the code says, but what it means. In healthcare, it means a system that has processed a patient's complete history before the doctor walks in the room. In climate science, it means an agent that has already run 10,000 simulations by the time the human scientist sits down for coffee. This is fundamentally different from anything that existed before. It's not AI as a tool. It's AI as a colleague that never sleeps, never forgets, and never gets decision fatigue. This isn't theoretical. Here's where AI coworkers are already on the job in 2026. Medicine. Harvard Medical School and Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center published research this year showing an AI reasoning model actually outperforms doctors at initial triage, specifically in the moments when there's the least information available. Emergency departments are deploying AI that reads patient history, flags anomalies, and surfaces diagnostic pathways, while the physician makes the final call. The AI does the data processing. The doctor does the deciding. Climate science. AI models are now achieving 40% higher accuracy than traditional numerical methods for medium-term forecasting. The National Academies of Science held a workshop in January 2026 on exactly this: accelerating climate progress with AI. The emerging model is AI running thousands of simulations overnight and presenting the 3 most probable scenarios for human scientists to evaluate in the morning. The AI crunches the petabytes. The scientists ask the questions that matter. Software development. On April 28, 2026, IBM launched a product called Bob, their AI development partner, explicitly built to take engineers from AI-assisted coding to production-ready software. Tools like Devon, GitHub Copilot, and Claude Code now understand entire repositories, not just individual files. They catch architectural problems before you write the line of code that would cause them. Anthropic's 2026 Agentic Coding Trends report calls this repository intelligence. Developers using AI coworkers are reporting 20 to 30% productivity gains on average. Power users are reporting 5 times productivity improvement and saving 9 hours every week. Legal. AI that reads every relevant case law and statute for your brief while you argue in court. Healthcare admin AI that handles documentation so nurses spend time with patients. Finance AI that monitors regulatory changes across 40 jurisdictions in real time. The common thread: AI handles volume and complexity. Humans handle stakes and judgment. Here's what's counterintuitive: the rise of AI coworkers doesn't devalue human skills. It concentrates their value. The 5 skills that become more valuable when your coworker is an AI. Number 1, ethical judgment. AI can surface options. It cannot decide which one is right when people's lives are affected. That responsibility belongs to humans and always will. Number 2, client relationships. Trust is built between people. A client signs a deal because they trust you, not your AI. Relationship capital is entirely human. Number 3, creative problem framing. AI is extraordinary at solving defined problems. Humans are still required to decide which problems are worth solving and how to frame them in the first place. Number 4, accountability. When something goes wrong, a human has to stand up and own it. AI cannot be held responsible. Humans can. Number 5, contextual common sense. AI still misreads edge cases, social nuance, and situations that fall outside its training. Humans catch the things that are technically correct but obviously wrong. The Gensler 2026 Global Workplace Survey polled 16,400 workers across 16 countries and found this: the 30% of employees who are now AI power users don't work less collaboratively with their human teammates. They work more collaboratively. Better human AI teams consistently destroy both pure human teams and pure AI systems. Now for the part nobody wants to hear. The salary gap between AI fluent and AI resistant workers is already visible in 2026 payroll data. Companies aren't making announcements. They're making quiet decisions during layoffs, during reorgs, during performance reviews. AI resistant workers are not being fired for being bad at their jobs. They're being passed over because someone else, who uses an AI coworker, gets twice the output in half the time. Why pay 2 salaries when one person with an AI produces more? Microsoft's own research blog published this in 2026. AI is driving rapid workplace changes, but uneven benefits. The unevenness is not random. It follows a clear line: people who integrate AI into their workflow are pulling ahead. People who resist are falling behind, and the gap is compounding every quarter. The new workplace divide isn't college versus no college. It isn't technical versus non-technical. It's AI fluent versus AI resistant, and it is cutting across every industry, every job level, and every salary bracket. 3 concrete steps to become AI coworker ready in the next 90 days. Step 1, start using an AI agent in your actual workflow this week. Not for fun. For a real deliverable. Microsoft Copilot Cowork, Claude, Gemini. Pick one and finish a real work task with it by Friday. Step 2, learn to prompt for context, not just commands. The people getting 5 times productivity gains are not typing better questions. They are giving AI the background it needs to work autonomously. Context is the new skill. Step 3, and this is the one to start with: audit your own job for the tasks that are purely mechanical and high volume. Those are the first things to hand to your AI coworker. That's where you buy back hours to focus on the judgment work that makes you irreplaceable. Here's my take, and I'll be direct. The people panicking about AI taking their jobs are looking at the wrong threat. AI is not going to fire you. Your competitor, a human who works with an AI coworker, is going to outbid you for every project, deliver faster, charge less, and sleep fine at night doing it. That's the threat. Not the machine. The human holding the machine. In 2026, the most dangerous person in your industry is not the one with the best degree, the most experience, or the biggest network. It's the one who figured out how to work alongside AI at full capacity. And right now, most of your competition hasn't done it yet. That window is closing. If you want daily AI news that actually matters to your career, subscribe. We post every single day. And tell me in the comments, what would your AI coworker do for you? Drop your job title below and let's figure it out together. I'll personally reply to the first 50.